What's up guys, I'm here with Baggaley from Khulu Legacy and an AMP Nutrition Original Athlete. We're here to do a session. What we're doing today?
Chest and triceps today.
Excellent. Alright, so I'm hoping I'll be able to drive home at the end of it, and then we've got an interview with Jay at the end. So stay tuned, don't forget to hit like and subscribe and follow on.
Awesome. Nice one, nice.
We'll start the ball rolling with the question everybody sort of asks straight away, is why? Why bodybuilding? What made you get into this?
Yeah.
Because the classic is the Atlas magazines where you got bullied at school, so then you had to do weights. So tell us, for you, for your journey, why did you get into this?
So I've always been interested in sports, always been interested in fitness, physical activity, all that kind of thing, but I never found my place. So I did football, was quite good at football, did rugby, was quite good at rugby, did boxing, quite good at boxing, all that kind of thing, but I never felt extraordinarily passionate about it. However, when I joined a boxing club, downstairs they had a tiny little gym, there was a bench, rusty barbell dumbbells, picked those up and something just clicked. And then I tried to join a gym actually, but was told I couldn't because of my body weight. I was 7 stone, 10 pounds or something. And they said, you need to put some weight on, do some body weight exercises and then come back. In that time...
7 stone, what age was that at?
Oh, probably about 18, 19, something like that. So, because I'm quite tall, I was skin and bone, you know. So
if we've got a picture of that, we'll pop it on the side now.
It's a bad picture.
There you go.
And so I just studied nutrition and training, and then a friend of my sister's actually gave me some Flex magazines. So he was talking about the Atlas magazines. Gave me the Flex magazines. I saw my first pictures of Arnold Schwarzenegger as a bodybuilder. I'd seen him in the movies. Jay Cutler and Ronnie Coleman, and it blew my world apart. Then I learned about bodybuilding, and the rest is history. I became absolutely obsessed with it then, after that.
So what was the initial goals when you came into that? Was it to compete? Was it to, obviously Arnold, one of his big things is always have a vision.
Yeah.
I mean, I imagine what we're sat in right now, which is the Khulu Legacy HQ, is one of your visions that's come to fruition.
Which is still crazy to me, but no, so at the start, it was literally just to put weight on. You know, I was wearing a small t-shirt, but again, being tall, and it looked like a tent, and I just wasn't happy with my own skin, and I felt like this was the thing, and I just, for whatever reason, I guess genetics and just commitment, I've started to progress fast. And then a chance encounter with Flex Lewis, who told me I need to take up bodybuilding seriously, kind of changed everything for me then, and I really started to look into bodybuilding. And then all these people told me to compete, but I fell in love with the training. And it isn't until very recently where I've met a few other people like Jay Cutler and Jamie Christian, big IFBB pros obviously, who told me you really need to take a shot at competing. And now my goal is to compete for the first time next year. So that really helps with opening this place because I can train and do cardio as many times as I want, whenever I want.
Step back there. Don't just skirt over that. How does one have a chance encounter with Flex Lewis?
I know, I've done a bit of name dropping here, haven't I? You know,
how do you, I mean, I've been to the Arnold Festival, stuff like that. I've seen the meet and
The whole
greets.
thing was insane. So I went to a local bodybuilding gym and I was the youngest there by about 20 years. And the Flex Lewis was coming, he was doing a tour of the gyms. He'd just been sponsored by Gaspari Nutrition at the time. So I also met Rich Gaspari, obviously a legend from the 70s. And Neil Hill was there as well. And all I remember was walking into the gym and just seeing these calves hanging out with this guy's shorts. And I was like, who the hell is this? And he was signing autographs and all that kind of thing. And I saw him looking and I was super nervous. And he called me over and we had a chat and he signed some stuff for me. And he had a look at me. And I've been training for a few months. And he's like, you need to do a bodybuilding show. I was like, I don't know a thing about bodybuilding. He said, I'm going to train back. Do you want to train back with me? And for me, it was like Christmas had come at once. So we trained back and he absolutely demolished me at the time. And then after that, we actually kept in touch a little bit on Twitter. And I know he still, like recently I've posted on my Facebook, he still looks at my stories. And then Jay Cutler was supposed to be a meet and greet for 5 minutes at a supplement store in Stoke-on-Trent. For 20 minutes we had a conversation. Like these guys, they're the best in the business, but they've got time for everybody. And I just absorbed all the advice, information I could off them. And then my journey through bodybuilding began. And
so where was the ambition? Obviously it was for confidence and it was to build up how you felt in your own skin.
Yeah.
Then obviously he said to do a show. Did that ever cross your mind? Is that something that you wanted to do?
No, and really for me it was the training. It was getting stronger, seeing my body change, and I just loved the training and bodybuilding. And I loved watching bodybuilding shows, but I never had a desire to compete. And then just over the last year, I've just made so many connections in that world. And I've just started to really see because I visualise everything that I want. And I've really started to visualise myself stood on stage. It's come to a point now where it's just popping into my subconscious and everything. Random times of the day before I go to sleep, the picture of me on stage will just appear. And now it's become a goal, and I get serious tunnel vision with goals. So all I can see now is that stage, and the vision gets clearer and clearer every week, every month. So I know I'm going to be on it next year. So it's a big focus of mine now, and I've got some good people in my corner from the pros. Supplement wise, obviously, I've made a few videos about it, there'll be more coming, but the AMP pre-workouts, if you've seen my sessions, you'll know it needs to be good stuff to get you. So I've got some good support really going into it.
Love the cheap plug there, much appreciated for that one. It's always good, but when the competitor on the shelf is some of the cheaper versions they sell in the bargain shops, then
oh, that's grim though.
That's it. You have about 3 seconds of energy and then fall asleep on the car on the way to the gym.
Yeah, that's true.
Right, so the vision now obviously is on stage, as you mentioned, which we all cannot wait to see, and we'll be following your journey. All Jay's socials and stuff and the Khulu Legacy details will all be in the description, guys. So I'm just going to quickly show everyone who's watching where the facility we're in now. So as that pans round, tell me where this came from. What spurred you to start this?
So I'm a big goal setting person, me, like I always have been, and I always wanted to do something different. So my career, I did phlebotomy for just under 10 years, taking people's bloods. Then I was in corporate business for years, people management. Then I went back into NHS and was helping people with addictions. And then I just decided, I did personal training, so before that qualified to level 4, nutrition, weight management, all that kind of stuff. And I just decided to combine it and make something that just hadn't been done before. So here at the facility, the HQ, we've got the gym, which is a private facility for all my clients and anybody who wants to come on as a client. We're going to open it up to memberships, but capped to 10 people, so it's always going to be really private. We've got our own blood clinic. We're now partnered with an NHS practice to do drug tests for their patients, people who have got drug tests coming up at work, and we've got strong people because if they take too much caffeine, they'll actually fail a drug test. So we've got all these professionals coming in for that as well. So we've kind of got everything under one roof. Also the supplements, of course, like AMPs, the range you can get here. So we've kind of got everything going on under one roof at the moment. So my goal with this place was just to bring something that hadn't been done before. And even though we're brand new, we've got a lot of people signing up who find gyms daunting and really like the private aspect of this. Because when you train here, it's just us one-on-one for an hour. Once our hour's up, you can stay in if you want to do your cardio. There's no time limit, but you get an hour here, big session, private with me. Ask any questions you want. You can feel confident because it's just us, and you can just go crazy.
And take it from me, viewers, he doesn't let up. It is an intense session. That was 3 scoops of pre-workout to get me through that, and I still don't think I can drive on it. Thank you for that, Jay. So the bloods side of things, just tell us a touch more about that, because obviously, I mean, nobody wants to think they're coming to a gym and some random guy's just going to jab them with a needle. What's your background with that?
Yeah, absolutely. So we're very lucky here. So there's 3 phlebotomists who work for the HQ to take the blood. So there's myself, who's been qualified for just under 10 years and done tens of thousands of blood tests and blood samples now. Qualified not only in blood tests, but also intramuscular injections, B12s, we're doing cosmetics, and all my credentials are on the wall as well, so you can read them before coming into the clinic if you want to be certain. We've also got 2 other phlebotomists, one who's just qualified, one who's been qualified for 6 years, and we're just bringing on a retired nurse who has done phlebotomy for maybe 30 years, so you're in very, very, very safe hands. We do a full spectrum of bloods as well, from single blood tests, or what we call the basics, which is like your liver, kidney checks, full blood counts, all the way up to well women and well man checks, which is all 4 different types of your testosterones, estrogen, hormones, thyroid, everything inside and out. You'll know how you're operating. Now the big thing about us is we've also got NHS patients on, because our results come back in 24 to 72 hours. So we're almost unbeatable on that, because we've got NHS patients who have been waiting for 3 months to get an appointment.
I know that wait time. I know that's not exaggerated. 3 months is generous for the NHS. I've waited longer than that.
It's bad at the minute, so our results are rapid. And we do a full breakdown, really simple to read, with a traffic light system. So next to each result, you'll get like green if it's fantastic. You'll get amber if it's something to keep an eye on. We'll also tell you how to improve it. And red if it needs some attention, and we'll give you links and numbers to people who can help you get that into the amber and then eventually the green as well. So you also get a choice. We can email your GP the results, but if you don't want your GP to have the results, you'll be the only person who gets a copy, and you can choose to do whatever you want with that as well. So it's all thorough, and we're all fully insured, and our lab is UCAS accredited as well. So it really is the best in the country.
That's excellent. Well, that doorbell, that chime will sound the end. So thanks for joining us, Jay.
Yeah, no problem.
And we will follow your journey closely and speak to you all soon.
Cheers.